Counselors, welcome back to the counselor's office. Sweaty McGee here. That's right. I spent an hour walking out, and so I'm sweating my tits off. Quite literally, possibly half swamp ass right now. I know you really wanted to know that, but you know what is also swamp ass? I don't know. This is a weird segue. Our topic for the day. I don't have a fancy transition or anything, or I don't have the comment of today. We're just recording to record and yap to yap. Transition. So this came out a couple days ago. It was 3 days ago. Bungie reportedly in early talks to remake Borderlands 1 as a Destiny-style looter shooter. Now, I want to chime in on this. First off, Mr. Gaming Counselor, do you think this is real? No. Wait.
No, I do not.
No, I do not. I do not. I was trying to find the right thing. I gave up. No, I do not think this is real. I'm not going to say that the person that leaked it is a liar or deceptive. I just personally, it doesn't make sense. By the way, my immediate thought is, which part of, if we're talking about the Bungie that is working on Marathon, because it sure isn't the people that got laid off. The people that got fired, the rad team, the cinematics team, the sandbox team, people that would be spicy at additions to, gear, making or assisting and making a remake for Borderlands 1. I do think it would be a big, as I said here in the post, I do believe it would be the biggest fall from grace for Bungie, from Jason Jones saying early on that Bungie is different, that they don't copy games, that they make their own games, to now they help make other people's games instead. They're now that outside resource where you kind of like how Destiny 2, Bungie had, High Noon Games, and I forgot the other studio that assisted in making the Forsaken expansion, which saved Destiny 2. It literally saved them from shutting their doors. What's up, Travis? What's up? So from that perspective, that point, it would be really embarrassing for them to become one of those studios. Not to say that those studios are embarrassing or it's not respectable, but just the fact that Bungie themselves is supposed to be a studio that makes their own games, to now they're having to help others to be sustainable. That is vicarious visions. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Travis. Wait, I just realized we have two Travises. We have Travis Bradley and hey, it's Travis. Have you two never been in my chat at the same time? There's no shot. There's two Travises and I never noticed. Okay, well, I'm just going to say, I'm just going to say Travis and then Bradley. We'll make it easier. We're recording live. Sorry, we completely ADD situation there. Squirrel. What would I even believe? Could I believe that Bungie could make a good remake of Borderlands 1? I don't know. It would be, if we're talking about current Bungie, it would be the ones that made Marathon. I mean, I don't know if Marathon isn't really a good template to compare to Borderlands, because they're a night and day difference. They're FPSs, but they're not the same. I don't believe at the same time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I'm having it's like, oh god, two Travises. But just kind of seeing what's going on. Other people are talking about it. A new rumor claims that Bungie could be working on Borderlands 1, according to Destiny content creator. By the way, this is a Destiny content creator Trance, Bungie, Sony, 2K, and Gearbox are reportedly in very early discussions about remaking the original Borderlands as a Destiny-style live service looter shooter. So here, I'm going to kind of rant for like 2 seconds. It's not even 2 seconds. I'm lying to you, gaslighting you. I don't like that Borderlands is being pushed, especially since Borderlands 3. They've been pushing for this live service aspect, and I hate it. It killed my interest in Borderlands 4. I have no interest in playing a single player game that constantly changes. I'm okay with them adding DLC, and like back in the day, we always had expansion packs. And you could say, well, they made changes back in Borderlands 2. Yeah, and I didn't like that either. But Borderlands 2 was so damn good that I dealt with it. Borderlands 3 was awful. I didn't want to touch that with a 9-foot pole. Borderlands 4 is good. It just had so many issues, and then it really killed me when I was having fun that they kept on updating shit and destroying builds and just making things unfun. It's a single player game first. And that, again, we're ranting. I told you it was going to be rant. I do not like Borderlands content creators that suck the fungus off the nutsack of Gearbox to try to say, oh, it's acceptable that they have to nerf and buff shit, even though it's a single player game with the option for co-op. It's stupid. It's not a live service game, yet they're treating it like it's a live service game. Fuck off. And you could say the same about Crimson Desert, but most of the changes that they made in Crimson Desert are improvements and have adapted to some of them. Like, it's overall a positive change, whereas Borderlands may just completely destroy builds, and it's fucking annoying. Anyways, mini rant over. Just to say, I hate the aspect of forcing single player games into being live service games. It's stupid. It's dumb. If you can play offline, fuck off. Thank God you can mod it. You can mod it and do whatever you want and bring back some certain builds. There's a lot of mods but I just can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to have to re-download mods after they update it and all that jazz, and not be able to download the new expansions because you can't play the new expansions unless you update your shit. And it's just like, anyways, mini rant over. The rumor being a like Destiny-like live service. Again, Borderlands is similar to Destiny, but it's not the same. And when I hear that, well, first off, let's be honest. Borderlands is not like innocent when it comes to MTX. They've always had skin packs, which, by the way, I always supported and bought them. Never, bitched about it. Never complained about it. Because it was a good game. Borderlands 2, I bought all the skins. It was a great game. I wanted to support them. I bought the DLC, which was amazing. Boss fights, everything about Borderlands 2 is a classic gem. So I didn't mind buying and supporting it. I bought Borderlands 2 like 3 times. 2 different consoles, and then also for PC. No problem. But I just, 4, we really dived into the live service function, and it just killed me. Not necessarily the MTX, but just the constant changes, and it killed it for me. The rumor, let's see, the rumor project would feature an open world structure similar to Borderlands 4, seasonal paid content, semi-customizable player characters instead of the original Vault Hunters. I hate that. Also, seasonal paid content. So right now you pay for expansion packs and then there's free updates in between. What the fuck does seasonal, like, are they just going to make what would normally be free paid content? Either way, if you look at Destiny and how their seasonal model played out, it didn't work. People were jaded. They're cranking out too much content too fast. And the substance, the quality went downhill. It's not a good, like, you don't want that. The seasonal paid model, not for a fucking single player game. It makes no sense, but they're trying to force the live service aspect, which sucks. which also means it might be online only, which is also shitty because that means you can't mod it. It also means you may not be able to play offline. You know, you can't play on your console offline, you can't play on your PC offline, and you can't play on your Steam Deck offline because live service means you have to be live. The same rumor also claims Gearbox is considering a Borderlands 2 remake as a timed PlayStation 6 exclusive if the deal moves forward. The information supposedly comes from a colleague who works in the business development at 2K. So, we've got this, who is this? We are PlayStation leaks. Okay, so this is someone that does leaks, I guess. Destiny content creator Trance claims Gearbox and Sony are in early talks for Bungie to make remakes or make a remake for Borderlands 1 with Gearbox remakes, yada yada. Okay, so there's multiple people leaking. This is what he had to say. So this is Trance. I've seen this guy have some takes before. So he does solo challenges, speed runs, and more. I don't know much outside of that, but he's a Destiny bro. So let's see what he had to say a day ago. Just a friendly reminder, or was it a day ago? Let me refresh. I think I pulled this up a day ago. Yeah, 3 days. Just a friendly reminder that for the past several years, I've covered data mines, spoilers, and leaks on this channel for entertainment purposes. Yeah, but isn't that mostly Destiny stuff though? And to get people excited about upcoming content. It's something I've always had a genuine interest when it comes to Destiny 2 and Bungie as a whole. I don't regret reporting on the alleged Bungie and Borderlands remake leak from 4chan in my community tab. Wait. So it's a leak from 4chan. I'm going to be honest. I have not heard 4chan being mentioned for years. I have not. It's usually Reddit. Holy shit. 4chan used to be when people talk about Reddit moderators, like Reddit moderator, the joke that people used to make fun of was say, you sound like a 4chan user. That's that. Holy shit. In my community tab. However, journalists at Vice and several other publications reported on it without contacting me, which has led many people to mistakenly believe the claim originated from me. As a result, I've seen comments saying that I'm not a credible source, along with other weird comments, and even though all I've done is stay in my own lane. The reality is that almost everything I've covered over the years relating to data mines, leaks, and spoilers has proven to be accurate. Sound off in the comment section. I do not know, and I'm not gonna say yeah he's right or not, because I don't know. I don't know what he's posted. Sound off in the comments. How accurate if you know Trance or have heard of him or have seen him post stuff, how accurate has he been? I'm curious. Let's just ask also Grok. How accurate has YouTuber Trance, a Destiny content creator, been with their leaks for Destiny 2 and Bungie? Are they a trusted source of leaks, or have they been wrong too often? We're gonna let Grok do the research, and then we'll check posts that talk about it. They need to leave Borderlands alone. Yes. No clue. Let's see. The significant part. I'm not sure where the stigma or perception has come from. A significant part of the channel's growth has been driven by its coverage of data mines, leaks, and spoilers, which I believe reflects the consistency and quality of that reporting. As for the 4chan leak, I did not ask journalists or anyone else to share it on Reddit or the other platforms. That was entirely their own decision, and also a reflection of their own journalism to rush out an article. If I come across something that generally piques my interest, I'll either make a video if it's substantial enough, or I will post it in the YouTube community tab so people can discuss it. I was the first content creator in the space to come across and share the Borderlands Remake leak. I simply reposted what I found. It can't be verified at this stage, but it's still interesting, and there's always a possibility that it's legitimate. For that reason, I'll be leaving the post up. One last thing I want to mention. The X Twitter account using my handle, trace_OCE, is an impersonator. I've not held that handle in several years. If you look at the account details, you'll see it was created in the United States, whereas I live in Australia. If you expand the profile picture, you'll also see that it was taken directly from my YouTube channel, background videos displayed, etc. Please report the account if you come across it. So I'm confused. This leak came from 4chan. So why are people saying creator chance reportedly rumor The information supposedly come from a colleague who works in where is this statement? I want to see, where is it in his community posts? All right, let's look at the original. The Bungie and Sony are currently in early discussions with 2K and Gearbox about remaking the original Borderlands as a Destiny-style looter shooter. From what I've been told, the project was pitched as an open-world game, just like Borderlands 4. Hold on, what? With plans to move away from traditional main characters in favor of semi-customizable protagonists, similar to the systems used in Destiny and Borderlands. If the deal goes through, Gearbox would also develop a remake of the source. Colleague who works... I think you just got caught in a lie. I don't regret reporting on alleged Bungie. You just got caught lying. You just lied. I don't regret reporting on the alleged Bungie and Borderlands remake leak from 4chan in my community tab. Source, a colleague who worked. So, where did you get this information? Was it 4chan? Or was it you got a source, a colleague? I'm just gonna give you one of these. Dude, that you... Which one is it? I already don't trust this person because you didn't even acknowledge this. Like, if you made this paragraph explaining your situation, and the first thing you specifically say, source, a colleague who works in the business, that's extremely different than I don't regret reporting on alleged Bungie and Borderlands remake leak from 4chan in my community tab. Brother, those are stark differences. This is I got a colleague who works at 4K that gave me this information. I got it from some random person in 4chan. What? Like, no. Anyways, I don't trust this person. I don't know how trustworthy they are. Let's see what Grok has to say. All right, Trance is a similar Australian Destiny 2 content creator who makes quick videos on data mined content, hidden cutscenes, story spoilers, preloads, and leaks about planned or scrapped Destiny 2 Bungie material. He covers things like raid and dungeon data mines, expansion plot points, and scrap content. He's more of an aggregator, summarizer than a primary insider leak. Chat, is this correct? Is this about right? Chat, comment section, let me know. Data mine track record, generally accurate. His data mining videos tend to be reliable when they stick to what's actually in the game files at the time. Examples like coverage of the Desert Perpetual raid, data mined in mid-2025, released in July 2025 with the Edge of Fate, matched the final content. He often includes disclaimers that files can change or content can be cut, which is standard and responsible in this space. Videos on preloads, hidden cutscenes, and Monument of Triumph style content have generally held up as accurate extractions. Strength tier. Objective file data. If he shows strings, models, and mechanics from files, they're usually real until Bungie patches or scraps them. Leaks. Insider claims. Mixed to poor reputation. Ooh. This is where it gets weaker. He shares reports on leaks, sometimes noting when things are scrapped, like the Shattered Cycle expansion, which was indeed planned but canceled when Bungie ended active Destiny support in 2026. However, he's not considered a trusted or primary leak source by much of the Destiny community. Big or original claims have thin sourcing, secondhand anonymous tips. You mean like 4chan? Recent examples. His claims about Bungie, Gearbox, Sony early talks for a Destiny-style Borderlands Remake project were met with heavy skepticism on Reddit and X. Commenters noted no real track record of confirmed leaks and called the sourcing unreliable. Well, we don't know where it's from. Is it from someone who works at 4K or 4chan? We're still figuring out which source to go with. Some longtime community members on X refer to him as Trans Aussie Halo and describe him as untrustworthy or someone scratching for relevance with strong negative sentiment around his leak claims. He doesn't appear to have a history of consistently breaking major verified leaks that other reputable outlets later confirmed. He's known more for packaging existing data mines leaks into YouTube videos. So he's stealing valor. It's stolen valor. He gets a leak from somewhere and then uploads it as his own, as I'm guessing is what they're saying, right? Overall verdict, trusted source for leaks? No, not really. Approach anything presented as a new leak, especially big speculative ones, with a very large grain of salt. Wrong too often, not heavily documented as flat out fabricating data mines, but his leak credibility is low and he has faced community push on bigger claims. Best for quick visual summaries of data mines or already leaked content, raids, story beats, scrapped ideas. Not best for breaking news or unverified insider information. Recommendation, cross-references videos of more established Destiny data miners, dedicated to leak accounts, or journalists like Tassie. Oh, marathon accounts, love that one, for higher confidence. He's one of the many small creators in the space. Useful for entertainment and file dives, but not a go-to reliable leaker. And there you have it. So, I mean, listen, I just read what he had and I already caught him in a lie. Like you literally, it's right there. We caught 4K. We're streaming and recording at 4K. We caught you. Anyways, we didn't even talk about, PlayStation. Okay, it's fake. I don't know if like PlayStation console exclusive. Oh, he actually had oh, Jesus Christ. 4chan. Why are you so bright? God dang it. I can't. I can't even read it. Nope. Fuck. Why? Everything else is in dark mode, but 4chan wants to be the holy light. Imagine paying $3.6 billion for a marathon and a Borderlands remake. Cancel our open world looter shooter so we can make a new open world loser shooter, except it's not a new open world looter shooter. It's a 20-year-old one. Also, we may not even make it. As I say, player Borderlands, I don't know how I feel about this. Sigh. Literally can't think of more of an unappetizing combo of names attached to a game. Let's see what people have to say for Pirate Nation. Let's see how people are reacting to this. No thanks. This sounds kind of horrible, to be honest. I heard a rumor that Nintendo's working on Borderlands 4 remake, but don't get your hopes up. According to my neighbor down the street, it's real. Imagine going from Halo to a Borderlands support studio. Holy fuck. Remaking the original Borderlands as a Destiny-style live service shooter. According to Destiny content creator source, formerly Aussie Halo. When the source is Aussie fucking Halo, you just know this is completely bullshit. This is the equivalent of taking something a child on Fortnite says seriously. Damn, they are fucking roasting this guy. Why does Ozzy Halo show back up every 6 months like Bowser? Who's Bowser? What a genuinely horrifying tweet. The state of the gaming industry is so bad that they have to make remakes of old ones for nostalgia to make money. Borderlands is okay. This is equivalent to remaking Halo C as an extraction shooter. We gotta remake every game, then remake the remakes. I'm starting to believe that the most modern games are humiliation rituals. Like I said, I generally don't believe. I'm not a believer. Chat and YouTube comments. I'm not a believer. Let me know what you think. I would be very surprised if this happened. It would be embarrassing and humiliating for Bungie. But I'm gonna be honest. I don't think there's any truth. Like, if he's lying and he didn't get it from Insider, and it's from 4chan, like you got a better chance of finding real information from Wiki than you do 4chan. 4chan, really? Like that reminds me of the early days when people used to insult people. It wasn't just Redditor mod. It was you're a 4chaner. That used to be the insult. Go back to 4chan. Anyways, I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Let me know what you think. And as always, I'll see you next time. Game out. Huzzah!